Malcolm Gladwell's book Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking is an interesting look into the world of quick decisions and thinking without thinking. This best-selling book from the New York Times came out in 2005. It talks about the power of our subconscious mind and how to make quick choices. Through scientific study, real-life examples, and interesting anecdotes, Gladwell challenges our ideas about how decisions are made and shows us the hidden forces that affect our choices. The first part of the book is a very interesting story about an art purchase that went wrong at the Getty Museum. After doing a lot of research, the museum's experts decided to buy a figure called Kouros that seemed to be from ancient Greece. But when they looked into it more, they had doubts, and it turned out to be a fake. This event is the starting point for Gladwell's study of the power of quick thinking and the role of the mind in making decisions. Gladwell talks about the idea of thin slicing, which is how our minds can quickly pull out and process a lot of information from small, seemingly unimportant details. He says that the quick choices we make based on our gut feelings are often just as good, if not better, than decisions we carefully think through. By using our unconscious mind, we can draw on a huge amount of knowledge and experience that affects the decisions we make in a split second. Throughout the book, Gladwell digs into different parts of quick thinking, looking at what makes it accurate and what could go wrong. He talks about the idea of priming, which is the idea that small clues in our surroundings can have a big effect on our thoughts and actions. Gladwell shows how our subconscious can be set up to influence our choices without us being aware of it by talking about experiments that show how priming affects how we see things. Gladwell also talks about the idea of thin slicing in terms of knowledge and making quick decisions. He shows how experts in different areas, like art, firefighting, and music, can use their trained intuition to make quick and correct decisions. Through a lot of training and being in a lot of different settings, these experts are able to quickly process information and see patterns that aren't obvious to the conscious mind. The author looks into the idea of mind reading or thin slicing in social situations. He looks into the topic of microexpressions, which are quick facial movements that show how we really feel. By looking at these small facial movements, experts can get a good idea of what a person is thinking and feeling. This gives them valuable information about how they are feeling. Gladwell uses real-life cases, like the tragic shooting of Amadou Diallo, to show what can happen when these small signs are misread. Four police officers in New York City shot and killed an innocent black man named Diallo. This is one of the most important parts of the book. Gladwell uses this event to show how dangerous it can be to make quick decisions based on unconscious bias. He says that unconscious associations and stereotypes can make us make bad decisions that end in tragedy. The case of Diallo is a stark reminder of how important it is to deal with and face our biases if we want to make better, more fair choices. Gladwell looks at the tension between how powerful intuitive thought can be and how it can also lead to mistakes and biases. He says that to deal with the complexity of rapid thought, you need to be aware of yourself and think about yourself. Even though snap decisions can be very correct, they can also be affected by biases and stereotypes, which can lead to bad choices. Gladwell tells his readers to find a balance between how intuition can help us and how important it is to think critically. In Blink, Gladwell questions what most people think they know about making decisions and encourages his readers to accept the power of quick thinking. By knowing the pros and cons of natural thinking, we can make better decisions and find our way in a world that is getting more and more complicated. The book is a good reminder that our subconscious mind has a lot of information and insights that we can use to open up new possibilities and make better decisions. Malcolm